Hey, what's going on, everybody? Strider's back with another high ELO daily casting. It's actually a double daily, and it's a special double daily for two reasons. One of the reasons being I have a new overlay. The other reason is that Orbital and TSM have been scrimming. So I've been able to get, this is the second one I've gotten so far. So I'm really excited to see this and to see how it all turns out. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Make sure everything is good to go. And let's see here. So first of all, we have a very interesting matchup on both teams. So it's going to be really weird to see how this plays out, because Gragas is not a commonly picked champion, although Reginald is kind of known for his Gragas. The fact that he was able to get a pentakill in a tournament match with him, that's always freaking awesome. So hopefully he pulls out some crazy stuff like that again. Although he did level body slam instead of his barrel, which is kind of interesting. Barrel is really good for long range harass, but I guess that body slam will be able to get him through some walls and away from fights. And this Alistar skin is freaking ridiculous. It is recalculous for real. It looks like freaking Hellboy. Trademark, of course. Hellboy TM. And now, and again, Graves this time is actually going towards TSM, and Sivir is on Orb. That'll be very interesting. Also, Wukong. You don't really see too many Wukongs. After Oriana's buff, I've seen a few of her, but she's still not the most popular AP mid champion. And Wukong's jungling, so that's going to be a tad bit odd as well. But he does have doesn't have the best jungle time, and that was a great steal on to that wolf from Sivir. So great job by Sivir being able to do that. And the body slam's coming out. Yes, a great headbutt and the ignite going down. He's going to be able to get the blue buff. Wukong does smite it and get out of there successfully. So blue team kind of wasted their time. They tried to delay him just enough so that Alistar could get ahead into the jungle. It was a great try by TSM to be able to do that. And now that Alistar's coming out from the behind, headbutt, oh, and the flash from Oriana. So Oriana has to use a very early flash. Not good for Oriana, but very good for Reginald, aka Gragas, the fat man. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I'm just gonna go out and say right now, Gragas has the #1 dance in the game. Right now, I'm saying it. Just because it looks freaking hilarious when he does it. And Gragas is awesome. Although he doesn't have Santa Gragas or Gragas Esquire, so I'm a tad bit disappointed in TSM by their lack of style at times, but that's okay. We'll forgive him this time. Olaf going top up against a Riven. Not exactly sure how this matchup will go. They're both very strong, but then again, it kind of just depends on what Olaf maxes first. And he looks like he's doing Reckless Swing first. So that's very powerful. Reckless Swing does that extra true damage. Riven has that shield, has a stun to be able to get out of it. They're probably going to go relatively even. Riven might get a little bit ahead at this point since he doesn't have much mana left. And a lot of damage going on to Alistar. Alistar does have to flash over that wall. Great gank incoming from Wukong. Wukong instead of Wukong. You could put the accent on whatever, you know, it's English, I suppose. And let's see, Graves is being extremely aggressive. He knows that Wukong is not the strongest jungler until he hits level 6. He does have some nice burst damage, though. He can, you know, close a gap. He can do his empowered strike. It's just he has some awesome moves, but the crushing blow is just ridiculous at times. If he levels that first, which I don't know what he's gonna do quite yet. He just hit level 3. Oh no, he's about to hit level 4. He's so close. He will have to go back. He doesn't have any more health potions, and he doesn't have too much health. you can't really risk it onto... Yeah, you definitely can't risk it onto the golems, which is unfortunate, but I think that gank did a little bit too much health on him to be able to get to that safe level 4. Plus the wolf that Sivir stole early, that just completely shut down his jungle. Oh god. That Sivir just counter ganked so well on her own team. I know I give Sivir a hard time. I'm not actually biased in this fight. I just really like when people steal jungle from their own teammates. It makes me laugh every time. Still, great job of exchange. The shield coming out, but just a little bit too late on the Riven. And now Wukong's level 4, and he is leveling his Nimbus Strike. So he's gonna go for faster attack speed as well as a little bit more of a cooldown reduction onto his gap closer, and a lot of damage going out. And yes, the flashes, the double flashes. Great job by the blue team. 2 flashes are down from both bottom members, as well as Leona's flash is already down, but her exhaust is also down. Her flash will be up, so they will be able to get away. Sivir still has her flash up, so it's not a huge deal. I'm not 100% sure what happened there and why she got cut out that easily. Or not necessarily easily, but why she got cut out there. She might have been trying to ward, just what looks like happened. Oh, no, that ward's been there for a while. Not 100% sure why she was going on into river quite yet. I wouldn't be surprised if blue team TSM now goes for a kill, a very aggressive kill, and then goes straight and makes a beeline for dragon. It would be a perfect time after they get first blood. They can go back, buy with the money that they have, which they haven't yet. They don't necessarily need to. I guess that means they decided not to do dragon quite yet until they pick up a really sweet kill. Olaf going back for the first time, picking up a ninja tabby, and that's going to put him, I would say, really far ahead of Riven. Riven has cloth armor, boots, and a vamp scepter, so she has quite a bit of lifesteal herself. Doesn't have as much armor as Olaf, but she might go back and do the same thing. Yes, she did go back and get a ninja tabby. And blue team's pinged. They're gonna force red team to back off since red has this bottom jungle warded up like crazy. They don't have dragon warded, but they have everything else warded. So they have the entrances to the jungle, except for this one little tiny area. And Alistar is going crazy. He's so close. He's going really dangerous, but he was spotted out by the Wukong, and free mana for Sivir. That's always good. That Howling Gale's not good to come out, and the blue buff is going to be going. Oh, and a great job from Gragas and Alistar. Alistar gets hit by the Oriana ult. Nothing else happens though. Gragas used his ult. They weren't able to pick up that kill, and that's going to signal red to either start a fight, go for the dragon, or push off the blue team. And I believe it's going to be all three. And a great boomerang blade coming out from Sivir. Doesn't do a ton of damage quite yet, but she still does enough. And she's going to get a few auto attacks. Yes, great job. Oriana being able to pick up that kill. Oriana's amazing when she gets fed. But now that the blue team, TSM, only has 4 people, I don't think they're going to be able to win a fight like this. Yeah, they are backing off. They're going to go back to this blue buff. Give it to Oriana since she doesn't have any mana whatsoever right now. Well, she has like 70, but it's not really going to do much besides a command attack. Gragas knows, the whole TSM team knows that they're going for blue at this point. So, that was way too late for the barrel. They had to smite it or else it was going to get taken. Yeah, very unfortunate. Oriana wasn't able to pick up that blue buff. But either way, that's still kind of a win for TSM. Since their mid does not have a blue, that's really all they want to prevent is Oriana from having a blue buff. And top lane's still just kind of going hard. They haven't really been doing much exchanging damage. Now since both of them have ninja tabbies and a vamp scepter, There's not really anything that's going to go on, but Riven is getting out CS by 20 already. Less than 10 minutes in the game. So I'm a little worried for her right now. Yeah, I think Dyrus is just doing a very aggressive job, knowing that Wukong's not going to come into gank. Once Olaf hits level 6, Wukong ganking isn't really going to do too much, even if he uses his ultimate, because... Well, yeah, Olaf can just use his ultimate and not get popped up by anything that he does. It's a tad bit unfortunate, but it was a great counter pick by TSM to be able to do that. Bottom lane still going relatively even. Sivir picking up only 1 assist. Graves still has that first blood and still 20 creep kills ahead. Has the advantage in that particular sense. And I don't believe Sivir's leveling her Boomerang Blade. No, she's leveling her Ricochet. So she's going for the very aggressive pushing instead of the bonus damage to just to the players themselves. Although Sivir's doing a great job at hitting Graves and pretty much everybody she throws his Boomerang Blade at right at the apex. So it hits him twice almost immediately. It's really difficult. So if she hits it... great job at Graves. He doesn't go for the buckshot. He decides it's not worth the mana. Red team pings out Gragas. Gragas is gonna get sandwiched in here a tad bit, but not too much. And the red is pinging like crazy. They thought they were going bottom. It's not gonna quite happen. Oh, and the ultimate coming out from Gragas. Gragas pushes her the wrong way though. That speed buff and the slow from Oriana's abilities is just too good. The dissonance is... it's very powerful. Just the fact that it's AoE and can be used anywhere, anybody. A lot of damage going off from Olaf to the Riven, but still a lot of action going down bottom lane. Alistar takes out the ward with an early oracle, really early oracles. Holy. 11 minute oracle, being able to get the really early map advantage. I wouldn't be surprised if they went to Dragon shortly, but then again, at the same time, they don't want to risk losing that oracle, because that'll put them 400 gold behind if he dies. Great job by Olaf being able to exchange quite a bit with the Wukong. Even though Wukong did clone, he still got hit with Undertow. Undertow isn't quite maxed yet. It's going up even with Vicious Strikes. Reckless Swing is just does so much true damage. 340 true damage. It's really good. Sivir still being extremely aggressive. Does not care. Does not give a care in the world. That Ricochet is still going on to the creep. She's just pushing and pushing and pushing. They don't have any wards, so it's kind of dangerous. Yeah, it's really dangerous, and they're going to back off now. Now that they don't have any creeps, there's no real need for them to be there. They don't want to try to fight, because again, Sivir's leveling up Ricochet instead of Boomerang Blade. Boomerang Blade tends to do more damage. Gragas is doing a great job at zoning this Oriana, which is pretty surprising because I thought Oriana was going to be able to destroy the Gragas relatively easily. Oriana's 20 creep kills behind. She does have a kill though, so that definitely helps. But at the same time, Gragas has Sork Shoes, so he's going to be able to get around the mat very easily. He has 1,000 gold in the bank, and actually going even with Oriana right now. So great job by Oriana being able to stay even though she's getting zoned pretty heavily. Blue team, TSM pings out. Oh yeah, they do see that ward go down. The ward just barely went down for TSM in this bush. And Orb saw that ward go down, so then they counter-warded, and, well, not just a counter-ward, but they put a ward down into this mid-bush to see when they were going to come back to ward it. 'Cause it's a very common place, especially this game. TSM has warded that spot 2 times. I think that was the second time it's been warded, second or third. The blue team pings out Wukong. They know he's there, so they're going to make him waste as much time as possible. Alistar's going in, taking yeah, just again, still just taking out wards, hammering away, getting that free gold, trying to get his Oracle paid off. And Undertow barely missing Riven. Now he gets it, hits it, he's going to get a reckless swing. Yes, he does. And now Riven being at half health, she's not going to be able to do too much. She's going to go for the golems, try to get that bonus gold, try to get back into the game. That's a lot of damage going out from those barrels now from Gragas. He's doing a lot of good work at farming, and the initiation coming in. Graves being able to take out the kill on the Sivir, and an amazing job with Janna being able to ult, healing them almost full. Graves gets shielded by the Janna, and now he does go down. A great bait by Janna being able to just perfect with the shield. And Oriana takes down Gragas, and top lane, Olaf looks like he's just going to go for the tower as much as possible. He does get stunned. There's absolutely nothing that she can do about it. And the Undertow going out just hits her with the tip of the axe. And this is the scary point. And Riven decides to back off. She got sped up and shielded, and they decided to back off instead. I'm not sure what Orbit's thought was on that. I think it was Blue team taking out the dragon, the first dragon of the game, at 15 minutes and 50 seconds. Great job by them. They saw that two people were top, and they took that advantage, being able to do it. So good job, TSM. And we will see that spawn again at 2150. Wukong's now taking his red buff, but TSM has vision of it, so they know when it's going to come back up. They know where Wukong is. They're not going to be afraid, but then again, they're not at bottom tower to be able to save it from Sivir. Sivir's doing a ton of damage to it. The shield comes out. Didn't really help. Probably saved an auto attack or two. That's about it. And now a lot of damage going on to the Sivir. Sivir's, oh, collateral damage coming out. Hits her with it, but does not do enough damage. Those health potions are just proving to be too strong. Health potions, OP. And now Gragas is going to go for the blue buff. This is where things start to get a little bit scary. Once Gragas can spam those barrels, there's just nothing that Oriana is going to be able to do. He's going to be able to farm extremely easy, and that's exactly what they want Gragas to do. Gragas gets so beefy later on in the game. I do expect him to get a Deathfire's Grasp at some point in the game. And great job by TSM being able to take out Orb's Tower. The second tower of the game, again, goes to TSM. They also have the only dragon and the only two towers, so that's putting them at 6k gold ahead at 17 minutes. And Alistar has had that same Oracle for quite a bit of time now, about 6-7 minutes, and that's a long time to have an Oracle, especially at this high ELO where everybody is buying wards, making sure they have sufficient vision on all the important parts of the map. And Undertow coming out, hitting two people with it. Great prediction by Dyrus. Dyrus is doing a phenomenal job. He's on the ball with those Undertows today. So hopefully we'll see a crazy team fight. Gragas is going after. Oh, and now the headbutt. Oh, but she flashes at the same time. Riven's going to try to go in. No, but he is flashed. And I don't know if she's going to be able to get this in time. Oh, it doesn't get stunned, but now he's going to go down from... Oh my gosh. I can't believe that Gragas was able to pick up the kill. Great ultimate coming out from Oriana. And now she ignited... She is ignited. Oh no, but he's completely stopped. She went for this and another double kill from Gragas. Oh my gosh. Fat man wins. Fat man wins. So 2 double kills within a span of about 20 seconds. Absolute phenomenal job from TSM being able to kite everybody around. A great ultimate by the Olaf being able to withstand the stun from Oriana, and the body slam from Gragas just barely getting away from her ultimate. So great job overall. I definitely think Janna's passive helped out on that fight. They were able to run even when they were slowed. well, you're always able to run when you're slowed, but sometimes it's really close to walking when you're slowed. So, at this point, TSM is definitely starting to snowball. They're 10k gold ahead at 20 minutes in, which is a huge gold difference in that amount of time. Only one kill has gone down for Orbit onto the Graves, and I would assume that their morale is relatively low. I hope that's not the case. A lot of the high level players, especially the tournament players like these two teams, they know how to put their feelings aside and they say to themselves, how can we turn this around? How can we win this game? What do we need to do? Instead of, you know, my team sucks and things like that. And that's the attitude to have, because as long as you still think, and as long as... Oh! And Gragas might get cut out here. Does get ulted, but he holds himself. Hits 4 people, and he body slams, but gets hit by the ult. Flash over, and now Wukong is still right on top of him and does go down the same way it happened up top lane just a little bit ago. And Gragas still chugging out those kegs. A lot of damage, and the headbutt coming down. Oh, and just barely Gragas gets away. Headbutt pulverized coming out, and the ultimate coming down from Janna kind of helps her. Helps Oriana out a bit, but Janna barely saves, and the surrender vote coming out from Orb. I really did not expect that surrender vote, but then again, it is a scrim, and they were 12k gold behind it, 21 minutes. I understand why. You know, they want to start fresh. Oh, what was that? So yeah, great job. Congratulations to both teams. Everybody did a just wonderful job. I wanted to rewind it real quick and go back to this fight. This is the last fight. And as you can see, Gragas just barely dodged it. Now Oriana gets headbutt pulverized, and Janna really needed to heal and almost goes down from the Oriana, but very unfortunate she wasn't able to. There was just too much action on her. And again, another wonderful Nexus explosion. Congratulations to TSM for winning that scrim. It is now 1-for-1. Orb winning the first one, and TSM winning the second one, and hopefully they do another one so I can cast that as well, because I would be absolutely thrilled. And these are all just stellar games. Again, if you guys like my videos, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. I try to put out daily content, obviously daily. I take requests from the viewers, the subscribers that say, hey, I want to see this champion at, you know, I try to stay around 2200 ELO. That's where I kind of hover around. So I spectate people at around 2200 ELO. I try to get them to play interesting characters that people request to see so that they can improve. I also spectate certain players because a lot of people just like to watch for entertainment purposes, kind of like any other sport, and they like their certain players and they're like, hey, I want to see this person. And so I'll record those videos, and you know, this isn't supposed to be a replacement for a stream for the professional players, because of course they're going to stream, they're going to get more viewers than I'll ever get, but those days that your favorite players in a tournament, or they're traveling so they're gone for 2 or 3 days, or they're in Korea and they're not streaming at the hours you can watch, just a patch day, and you have nothing else to do, but you really want to watch your favorite player play League of Legends, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And again, I take requests, so please request. If you have anybody you want to see, if you have any suggestions on how I can improve my casting, anything, just please let me know, and I'll definitely take it into consideration. But yeah, let's see if we can get another game, guys. Thanks for watching.